Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look again here at KAS, but double checking a few key factors here. Looks like we got some confirmation signs here as far as taking a long position is being a viable option. But the thing we want to recognize too is that most coins are moderately overextended. Bitcoin, ranked up here pretty decently, and there's a solid chance we could see some reversals in the market in the relative near future. So not trying to concern you here, but we are having some difficulty crossing this resistance range here at about 17.2. So we want to look at some liquidation levels first and just kind of see what that may look like here. So again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Please do me a favor, hit the like button, comment below, get a chance. Do yourself a favor, join us over here at BitUnix, phenomenal exchange, awesome rewards. Use my link to register. They've been phenomenal to us. No KYC or VPN required. Be sure to check them out. So here's something that's got me concerned. Most of the coins have swept all levels of liquidation, but we have a lot of not only late longs, but also early longs here at about the 14.5 range. So KASPA does have a lot of liquidation on the downside. And if you look at the larger picture, roughly the same scenario here too. I'm not saying this isn't a strong coin. It has a lot of liquidation because it is a strong coin. Just recognize that that is a potential reality if the price does end up pulling back for Bitcoin and we don't have this, we can't establish higher highs or higher lows. We're still doing that. I think we're in good shape. Just want to throw it out there as a potential reality for you so we don't naively just take longs because it's a strong coin, okay? So again, KASPA's done well, but compared to most other coins here today, I would say that it's not overexceeding, okay? And again, that's not a bad sign, just something to know. So take a look here at the daily. Let's quickly reference some important stuff. We already know that the moving averages are looking pretty solid here. We're still above the 20-day SMA, even though we wicked all the way down to this 14.6 mark. So I still think there's a less likelihood of the price going much lower than 16 cents, okay? Because again, we're still honoring this ascending trend line. We got to recognize that that's a good thing. However, we do want to recognize a few things here. The 20-day SMA is right there at that 0.382 fib level. Closing below that in the relative near future would not be great, okay? However, we're over 50 on the RSI. Stochastic is looking like it's trying to find its bottom here, starting to swing up from this 6 days of momentous downtrend. And of course, the MACD is trying to converge, but hasn't yet. So we got some good stuff here, mainly being over 50 on the RSI and over 50 on the ascending trend line. Fun fact here, the ascending trend line, the 50-day SMA is running concurrent here. Oftentimes that is the important moving average. I know it's like, wait a minute, I thought the 200 is important. They're all important, but I've noticed the 50-day SMA runs very, very concurrent with trend lines, and the trend lines are your friend in these situations, right? So we got to recognize that KASPA is still strong, still in good shape, even though we did wick down below, but never truly closed below that ascending trend line on the daily, okay? All that being said, we're seeing a very similar scenario here on most coins. Breaking through 50 on the RSI, stochastic swinging down, money flow index moderately high, and MACD converging. These are all very bullish signs, but once more, as we can see here, 50 is that magic number. We've got 50 on the SMA rather, rejecting the price action here. So we got what? 17.6 is that level. So 17.6 is the new resistance roughly for us, or we could presume that 17.1, 17.2 is a new support. We should never presume until it stays there for a little while. So me personally, I'm not super sold on us breaking through that little resistance, but again, it's not like a massive important thing. What I do want to recognize though is if we zoom out and look at our more recent volume profile, we kind of recognize the overall sense here. 18 cents is a monster for volume, okay? So if the price goes up any further, I would say a good consideration for a short at that 0.618 / golden pocket fib level range is 18 cents. So to me personally, I have an alert here already just to give me a heads up if I want to consider shorting at that level at about 18 cents, okay? Now again, I'm not just going to openly, just submit a short right now, just in the blind. You don't want to do that because there's a lot of bullish momentum here. But just know if we have some difficulty crossing that level, I think there's a solid chance we will see some rejection. There's a lot of volume right there, and that's very relevant. Ichimoku Cloud's letting us know we have all green lights to leave our long position open. If you have one, not to consider a short just yet, it's still a little premature, okay? So even though I want to short Bitcoin at 58.5 or 60,000, I'm going to wait until we get there first, reevaluate, and then take a trade, okay? That's what you should do. Do your due diligence. Don't just trust some guy on the internet and be like, okay, if he's doing it, I'll do it. That doesn't really work. I mean, you'll probably get lucky sometimes, but again, a lot of the strategy and things like that should factor into your own risk tolerance. And if you don't like taking a trade with 5% stop loss or 10% stop loss, you're going to be just consistently being upset at other people and blaming other people when it's you at the end of the day. right? You got to live with yourself. I don't, right? So again, best of luck here if you are taking a trade here. I think Caspa will reject at about 18 cents. So in a perfect world, the price comes up here a little bit further, rejects out, kind of comes up, and comes back down and continues higher. Again, we want to presume that bullish trend will continue. It's showing us no signs it doesn't want to. It's done very well contrary to most coins, but we're starting to see a bit of a fizzle here, and it hasn't performed quite as well as I was expecting recently, and that does say something. All right, still too early to tell. Hope this makes sense for you though, folks, and I'll post our playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, and now TikTok too, by the way. Thanks to those who are following me over on TikTok. We got almost 10,000 views on one of our Bitcoin videos a couple days ago. It's pretty awesome. So appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to seeing the next one, and have yourself a great rest of your day. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. Take care.